Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. Over on this channel I am obsessed with all things makeup, beauty and skincare. I love everything from mainstream through to indie. I just love it all. But today's video is a rated or slated where I am taking a palette that is new to me and kind of putting it through its paces. On the chopping block today is the rather new Steph's Pier, and it's a collaboration between Not Your Basic Steph and Saints, Angels, Sinners, and also Viva You're Pretty. So there's a lot going on here. Now, full disclosure, this was gifted to me in Pier, so I hugely appreciate it. I believe I also have a code for 20% off. It's Teresa20. It's not affiliated. I don't get any sort of money from it, but let's just be super transparent about it. But today's video is all about using this particular palette, which looks like this. It is stunning, and creating this particular look. So if you want an overall tutorial and a review, then that's what this video is, so do please keep on watching. I opted for a very simple look, and I kind of like that this is very like old school me. Bit of purple, bit of green, I kind of love it. The first thing I'm doing is taking this Lois Cosmetics brush and I'm going into the shade Saint, which is a very lovely sort of a lilac shade, and it packs quite the punch. So even though I'm applying with like a fluffy blender brush, you see that there is a lot of pigment with this. Like, look at that, how easily it's going onto the eye. Now, when I was looking at this palette and it was in front of me, the first thing that I thought of was, oh my goodness, there's not a lot of mattes. Like, there's 6 mattes and then the rest are all like these incredible shimmers and multi-chromes. So this is kind of like quite a unique palette. Now, normally I prefer to have an even mix of mattes versus like multi-chromes, shimmers. However, the multi-chromes and the shimmers, etc. in this are so pretty that I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm eating my words. This is very pretty. So this is like a collaboration between Saints, Angels, Sinners, the fabulous Steph from Not Your Basic Steph. I don't know why I like tripped over my words there. And Viva You're Pretty. So it's like a really nice little amalgamation of the worlds of 3 different people, and I quite like that. But look at all of the pigment that I'm getting from that. Like, that is quite excellent, and purples are very difficult to formulate. Now, I had actually bought this as part of the pre-order, and then the lovely Darcy was like, oh, we're sending you one in PR, and I was like, fantastic. Like, I knew she was going to send me one, but I wanted to buy one to do as a giveaway for you guys, so keep a little eye out. I will do a giveaway with this palette at some point, probably within the next like couple of weeks. And I'll have like Darcy send the palette to wherever your address is, because it's already paid for, so you know, why not? But look at that. I'm just literally just shoving that all over the eye, just getting the pigment everywhere. Then the next thing I'm doing is taking this Zoeva 225 and I'm going into this black shade here called Rock. I'm assuming this is the addition from Viva You're Pretty. Quite pleased about the addition of a black matte. So I have tapped off the excess because, and you'll see how gingerly I'm putting this on, there is a lot of pigment to this and I don't want it to go on too much, because like, I mean, that is quite a light purple, and I was really mean putting the two together, because you know, well, if you know, you know, trying to put together like a light purple and like a black can be quite difficult if you don't have the formula right. It can just end up being weird and patchy. But this goes on really well, but more importantly, the two actually blend exceptionally well, which is very pleasing for me, I gotta say. So you can see you're getting a massive punch of colour on there. Like, it's quite a good black. So all I'm doing is just extending that. I want to like blend it out so it's not like this harsh blob of black, and that it's blending quite nicely with the purple. As you can see, there's a really nice gentle transition. It's not very difficult to actually achieve that, which for me, I love seeing, because if you know me, I am lazy. I don't want to spend a million years blending. I don't have the time and I don't have the patience. So this is great if you're like me and just are a bit lazy about the whole thing. I'm now taking a coloured rain brush and I'm taking more of the shade Saint, and just kind of swishing along here. And you can really see just how much these shades are actually blending together. I'm just bringing that in again towards the inner of the eye so that they're meshing a little bit more easily. But I love how easily this blends, I've gotta say. Quite impressed, and you know, purple is difficult to formulate and not have it be patchy. So they've done quite well on this. I will also say that it really pleases me that there's colour columns. You know, that there's like a matte and then there's like a load of shimmers that correspond to it. You're not going to be buying this palette, by the way, for a load of mattes. That would be a terrible investment. It's like for every matte, there's 3 shimmers. So keep that in mind if you want a matte palette. This ain't it, my friends. I'm taking this away with 225 and going back into the shade Rock, tapping off some excess, because otherwise, you know, it's just a bit much. And you can see how well it blended out. I'm just adding a little bit more. It is very much like a build up, take away, build up, take away. So it's a very good formula to allow you to do that. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Anastasia Beverly Hills in that sense. It allows you to do that, which is like a preference of mine. I like a shade that has pigment, but not so much pigment that it becomes difficult to blend. So this is really, really great for like dispersing. And now I'm just taking that coloured rain brush again, and I have nothing on it, and I am just swishing back and forth to have a little bit more of a gentle blend. You can see how easy that is. I love how minimum effort this actually is. This is so what I wanted. Like I have been trying to push myself and doing slightly different things, but sometimes it's just nice to go back to the stuff that you just feel very comfortable in and you feel is very much your style. And this is it for me. Like, I mean, look at that. Look at how well that blended. That's a bit like, excuse me? Very nice. The next thing I'm doing then is taking this Morphe M562 and I'm going into the shade October Scorpio. Now, full disclosure, this isn't usually the way that I would apply this. Like, it's a blendy brush and I'm going in with a pigment. So this isn't really gonna give you the best thing, but I just wanted this for just in here in the corner. And despite the fact that I'm using a fluffy brush, which is not gonna give you a chunk of sparkly pigment, you can still see that it's kind of giving you that kind of bit of shimmer straight away. And it is an absolutely stunning colour. I'm just gonna, oh, there's like a chromy flakiness to it. So it is absolutely, it's such an interesting sort of a formula. But you can see how it's not really amenable necessarily to using it with a blendy fluffy brush. I'm just a renegade, some might say. And you know what, sometimes it's just fun to use things in ways that like aren't necessarily expected. I'm a bit of a traditionalist as well. I always love putting a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. I know, I'm such a sucker for it. I just think it's beautiful. Look at that. I mean, I could just leave it at that and be like, grand, and just put more of the purple there. I'm just trying to put this through its paces. Then the next thing I'm doing is taking this shade Butterfly with my finger. And I need to show you it. Because look at that. I'm not showing you my middle finger. I mean, I am showing you my middle finger. But I mean, look at that. I need to do a Swatching Sundays with this. Because this is just stunning. And all I'm doing is just popping it up here. Look at that. That's insane. Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Gloss Gods Colour of Rain palette. There's like a shade in that reminds me of that, so it's stunning. I'm now just taking this blank canvas E84 and I'm just going to gently swish along here to disperse it so it isn't just this like random streak. I don't know why I keep rolling my R's. Who do I think I am? I don't know. Apparently I think I'm very fancy. You can see how well that disperses. Like, oh, there's these like little lilac and then blue and sort of cerise pink flecks in them. It's so pretty. Like I said, It's kind of a little bit of a dupe for some of the shades in that Gloss Gods palette. Well, excuse me. Kind of love that. Very pretty. Then all I'm doing is just taking that Zoeva 225, going back into Rock, because, you know, it got covered over a little bit, and just very gently adding on some of that black. And then once I've that done, I am just going to be cutting out the kind of cut crease. So I'll come back once that's all done. There we go, we've cut out the crease, and I'm using this Zoeva 238, and I'm going into the shade Normie, which is just this fantastic acid green. And as was the case with the purple shade, look at how pigmented this is. Like a little goes quite a long way. Normally I find with shades like this, I'm having to pack on and pack on and pack on. This, rather excellent. I mean, look at that. So nice and quick and easy. I just love how pigmented this is. Do you know what this reminds me of? A little bit, it's the ecstasy shade from the Be Perfect Stacey Marie. There's some similarities. I'm not saying it's a dupe by any means, but it does kind of remind me a little bit of that. Look at how fabulously pigmented that is. Came on absolutely zero bother. Ugh. How dare they? That's so good. And because I don't want to have this be like packed on, I'm just taking this little blendy brush. It's from Cosmic Brushes, which by the way, fabulous brand as well. And I'm just going to gently, just going to swipe. I'm not even blending properly. It's just like a little teeny tiny swipe. Nothing major. Just kind of bringing that there. There we go. It just makes it a little bit less like I've patted on stuff, because I don't want that either. I'm now taking my NYX silicone applicator, and oh my god, this shade. It's called Destination Paradise. It's another one of those like chromy flaky ones. Oh, sorry, this is gorgeous. And again, I will have to find a day where there's like good weather and do a swatching Sunday with this. Maybe this week. Hopefully I'll get it up on Sunday, because that is fabulous. So I'm literally just taking that shade on the NYX applicator and just popping it in there. Look at that. It is absolutely stunning. It's like a chameleon sort of a shade. Oh, I hate how beautiful that is. Look at how easily that just goes on. Stunning. And then I'm just taking a blank canvas E10 and just swishing that out. Not even swishing, just dragging a little bit so it's a little bit more relaxed. There we go, nothing major. And then I'm taking this shade Nirvana, just taking it on my finger like this. I'm just popping it here on the outer corner here where the green meets the black, just to make the transition a little bit easier, because again, I'm lazy. And I'm just taking a Colour Drain small blending brush and just blending from here. I'll probably grab a little bit of Rock as well, just to blend that out a little bit further, but like it's pretty seamless actually. Nice and simple, didn't have to work at it. And again, if you know me, you will know I enjoy that. I like it when things are made easy for me. And that's it. All I'm doing now is just taking this collection glitter. It's in the shade 1 Glitz, and I'm going to do a little liner, and I'm going to clean up all of this and do the rest of my face and come back and tell you what it is that I think of this palette. I finished off the rest of my makeup and I'm really enjoying this look. It's very, very simple. It's kind of classic for me, but I enjoy it. I'm going to zoom you in now so you can see this look. Pay particular attention to the inner highlight on the green, because that is just stunning. It's so beautiful. So this is what it looks like. I've paired it with some Artitude Cosmetics lashes, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Obviously I have a load of lights on so it washes it out, and then this is what it looks like without the glasses. I will show you a video now without all of the bright lights, so you can get a better sort of an idea of what this looks like. So I figured I'd show you guys what this looks like under just one light without all of these crazy bright lights. Also, I'm loving my ragdoll earrings. I'm going to zoom you in now so you can see what this eye look looks like. That's right, we're uncomfortably close. I have some Artitude Cosmetics lashes on and they're absolutely stunning. I have no idea what I did to my nose, but I scratched it. This is what it looks like without the glasses on. It's so simple but so pretty, and you know me, I love putting greens and purples together. They're just such a good mix. So now it comes down to the review portion. What did I think of this? Now there's not a lot of mattes, so this isn't a like one size fits all palette. You are going to have to like jump into some other palettes, particularly for your mattes, which I personally don't mind, particularly when you have these sort of shimmers and multi-chromes and flakes. I love how like each kind of row has a different formula, but then each column has a specific color story. Love that. If you just want to have some really special sort of formulas, like I mean, some of these are absolutely stunning. I will do a Swatching Sunday so you can get a better sort of a view of it. She's gorgeous. Like you could use this as a highlighter. Oh, I feel really bad that I didn't do that. I should have done that. Alternative Universe Me did. I think it was just such a gorgeous palette, and yes, it was gifted to me in Pier, but I did go off and buy it anyway because I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. So I have an extra one on the way, which will be part of a giveaway on this channel sometime soon. I just think this is stunning. Like, I'm such a sucker for like these sorts of formulas, you know, these multi-chromes. I love that there's a really cohesive sort of like color columns and stories that goes with it, because I mean, this is just very pleasing to me. It all operates so well. The pigmentation is so good. The mattes are very blendable, very happy with that. But honestly, I just get it for like the shimmers and the multi-chromes. They're beautiful. I think this is so fabulous, and I've watched Steph for quite some time. She has her own channel, It's Not Your Basic Steph, and this is such a good kind of capture of her, because she's not afraid of colour. She's not afraid of like blending unusual colours together. She's a bit like me, likes a bit of purple and green together. So I feel like this really beautifully captures her, and it's just such a fabulous palette. Like, it all works really well. It's not wildly expensive. I think it was like $60-ish, something like that. I can't 100% remember. I got it a while ago, but I think it's worth it. Like I said, I had already bought one, so like when I come to the question of like, would I purchase this again? I mean, yeah, I kind of technically did. I think this is stunning. It is not a standalone palette, right? It is tricky enough to get one cohesive look out of it. I mean, I was able to do it, you know, but because there isn't enough mattes, you are going to struggle with that. But let's be real, you're not buying this for the mattes. Like, the mattes are great. It's the rest of this. In terms of a mark out of 10, I would give a 9 out of 10. I think it performs really well. I love the way that it's laid out. I love the mixture of the formulas. I'm taking 1 mark off because I'm a bitch and because I just wish there was a few more mattes in there. I have historically said, of course, that I like to have an even mix of mattes to sort of shimmery metallics, and that's kind of true here. That's the only reason I'm taking a mark off, because otherwise you could see how well it blended, how cohesive a colour story it is, that like, yes, there are some colours that contrast against each other, but like in a fun, cool, interesting colour theory sort of way. So for me, I really enjoyed it. And what I will say is, if you're looking at this and you like the colour story and you're just wondering about the quality of it, yeah, don't worry about it. The quality is there. It's just up to you as to whether or not you're going to like those particular mixtures of formulas, and are you going to like that you're only going to get a certain number of mattes. For me, I'm fine with it. So I feel very happy with recommending this. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it has been executed really well. So again, I want to say thank you very much for sending this to me in Pier. I am going to do a Swatching Sundays with this, so keep a little eye out. I suspect this is going to be particularly beautiful out in the sunlight, so let's keep a little eye out for that. But my gorgeous friends, that's it. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. If nothing else, it's just polite. And do please share, because sharing is caring, except of course for STDs. in which case, just wrap it up, don't be gross. But that's it, that's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.